Trixie. The sunlight wakes you. You are in your penthouse that you share with Jackson, but it's not how you remember it. You are atop a bare mattress, and the furniture is gone. There's a smell of ozone, chlorine, and sulfur in the air. And as you come to consciousness, you realize that the sunlight is much ruddier than normal, like a sunset. As you sit up, you realize that you're dressed in a tattered wedding gown that is badly torn in several places, crusted over with blood and dirt. In the distance, you hear what sounds like thunder, or perhaps the sound of artillery. What would you like to do?
Yikes.
What the hell?
Oh boy. I guess I want to look at my watch and see what day it is.
You look at your watch and the face is broken.
No! Okay. I'm gonna get up and go to the window.
You go to the window and you see the skyline of New York. But the buildings surrounding yours, it looks like something has passed between them, like a fire has emerged from them. Glass is broken. They're all burnt out husks.
But my building's okay.
At least the room you're in.
Okay.
The glass is dirtied and you can see huge cracks running through it.
Looking around the rest of my apartment, so you said a lot of the furniture was gone.
Yep.
The mattress is bare.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have any memory of why I'm here?
No. You do see a blood stain on the floor.
I wonder what that is.
Shut the hell up. I'm going to call out, Jackson?
Your voice echoes into your penthouse, and you hear the wind whistling between the buildings outside.
I'm going to go back to the window and look down to the street. Are there people walking around?
You don't see any people. You see cars that have kind of crashed together and just been left where they sit now, and they look old and vaguely unfamiliar.
Okay. Do I have I know I'm wearing a wedding dress, but do I have my cell phone anywhere nearby?
No.
Do I have a landline?
No.
Damn. Okay. I'm going to look around the room or look around my penthouse. Is there a change of clothes I could get into?
There is nothing else.
Literally, it was just me, this bare mattress. And that's...
Yeah, you search the rooms and you see some burnt, faded books and a few tattered strips of cloth and just mounds of dirt that have piled up. But that's all.
All right, I'm gonna leave my room, my penthouse.
Okay.
Go out into the hall.
You make your way out of your penthouse and you try the elevator, but the power is out. Using the stairs, you descend and you emerge out of an emergency exit to the alley. It's filled with great heaps of trash, including the burned shell of a car. The model is unfamiliar to you, oddly bulbous and of a garish color, but the manufacturer is a popular one. Maybe it's a Honda Camry, but you can't quite tell.
Those Honda Camrys.
At the end of the alley, a poster slapped over an advertisement for hairspray loudly proclaims, "See Nyarlathotep the Amazing." Reaching the street, you are startled to see that nearly every street lamp bears a noose, and most of the nooses are occupied by some sorry victim, now dead many months or more. The street is littered with wrecked cars, overturned carts, and all manner of debris. Here and there are human bodies in various states of decay. Their poses suggest a great panic, and the buildings of the city tower high above, like imposing gravestones. You make your way through the ruined city northward, toward Central Park. The destruction and death you encountered earlier is everywhere and inescapable. At times, you feel you are being watched, but you see no signs of life apart from the occasional rat, large and misshapen ones at that. and the strange birds you can see circling high above in the dusky orange sky. At an intersection, you find the wreck of an overturned bus, and on that bus, someone has painted a great symbol of an eye in ruddy brown paint. Reaching the park, you suddenly behold a scene of mass horror, bodies heaped like cordwood in great mounds, and crawling over those heaps of human remains are things that, though they walk on two legs, cannot be called men. Beyond the great mortuary mounds, you can see that signs of a great fire has destroyed much of the city beyond. And as you silently survey that awful scene, you are suddenly aware that some great force is moving across the land. A great three-legged titan strides. That sound you have been hearing, the artillery or the thunder, has been its footsteps. Across the open land of the park, its two-clawed appendages swinging as it moves while its terrible, sinuous red head twitches and writhes. And it stops and turns its bulk towards you. Though it lacks what men would call eyes, you know that its gaze has fallen upon you as it lets off a terrible, roaring nightmare of a howl. You feel the very air grow electric as the sky above you grows gelid and coalesces into blasphemous semblances of beings too awful of which to speak. Doom overtakes you, and you awaken. You heave up out of bed, drenched in sweat, your heart thudding in your ears, and as you struggle to catch your breath, you hear bells in the distance and the sound of birds and people talking on the streets below you. Car horns honk, and you realize it was just a dream. Trix, are you all right? And from behind, Jackson wraps his arms around you in a loose hug, and you remember where you are. You are in London, and Jackson proposed the night before. Your engagement ring glints on your finger, catching the glint of the rising sun through the great windows of your hotel room. What do you do?
Wait, so Jackson's there?
This is a flashback,
Oh,
yo.
okay. Doy.
Yeah, it's the night after, the
Right,
morning
okay.
after he proposed. I am probably going to start crying a little and hug him.
Hey, it's all right. What's wrong?
I just had the most awful dream. We were in our penthouse. We have that penthouse now, right?
Yeah, you purchased it a few weeks ago.
Okay. But we're in London now.
Yes.
So we're on vacation.
Yeah, not on vacation. Jackson has been traveling across the world for quite some time
Right.
now, and you met up in London because it was a pretty easy stopping point in his current journey, and you just spent some time together.
So it's a vacation for me.
Yes, vacation for you, kind of a working vacation
Yeah.
for him.
Okay. I woke up in our penthouse in New York, and I was all alone, and I was in this like torn wedding dress, and
Hey,
everything was awful.
it's okay. I would never leave you.
I know.
You're safe.
Okay, I know.
I'll
I
make
know.
sure you're safe.
And I'm just gonna like cuddle up on him.
Yep. Welcome to We Never Learned the Rules in this episode 12 of our Masks of Nyarlathotep campaign. My name is Brendan O'Toole, and I'm joined today by Evan and Anna Johnson, who are playing Ronie McMurray and Trixie Carnahan. Last episode, Ronie and Trixie reunited after 4 long years, coming to New York to meet Jackson Elias to hear his news about an investigation he needs their help on. Arriving back at the penthouse, Trixie and Ronie were only able to watch helplessly as Jackson's blood spilled from his throat to the floor beneath, his assassins rappelling from the balcony down the side of the building. It is there that we open back up. Trixie, Ronie, you're staring at the dying body of Jackson, and what would you like to do?
Okay, so is this like only seconds after?
You have just broken down the door.
So you say they're repelling. Is there an anchor somewhere that I can?
Yeah.
I want to go over and try to like cut the anchor loose.
Roll luck.
Ronnie's immediate reaction is action, not like, oh shit. That's a 10.
You rush forward and you pull out a knife that you always have on you, and you cut one of the ropes. But as you look down, the ropes are already empty.
damn it. Okay. I'm going to go, fuck, God damn it. Okay. And then I want to make my way into Trixie's bathroom and try to find any like gauze or whatever. And like...
roll investigation. Trixie, what are you doing?
While he's doing that, I immediately run up to Jackson.
Yeah, he grasps at you, clutching at his throat as blood spills between his fingers.
Jackson, what happened? No, wait, don't speak. And
he opens his mouth and all that comes out is a gurgle as blood spills from his lips and the light is starting to leave his eyes.
am I wearing a scarf? Anything?
Yeah. You've got like a jacket on. You could try tearing that.
I just take the whole jacket off and I just like sort of shove it on his
And as
throat.
you do that, you can see him mouthing, "I love you."
No, it's okay. It's okay. I love you too. I love you too.
Roll
Everything's going to be
medical.
okay.
I got a 5 on that
You
investigation.
got a 5? Okay. You do find a first aid kit underneath the counter.
Okay. And I'm going to just book it back and help Trixie, I guess, try to like
Yep.
cover up his throat. Bandages his carotid artery.
All right. Medical.
That'd be in his chest, I think.
Extreme difficulty.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't get a great roll anyway. So, medicine. I mean, yeah. My medicine is at a 1. So it'd be a 0. So, and I rolled a 52.
As you try desperately, he breathes his last.
I like slowly pull the jacket off of his throat. And I'm just sort of in shock.
And behind you hear Kyle kind of collapse to the floor. Oh my God.
I'm still pumping adrenaline. I'm going to like fucking run out into the street and I'm going to like.
Do you descend the stairs? Because if I'm remembering correctly, you're on the 69th floor.
Yeah. Level 69.
Nice. Is that repelling stuff still there?
It is, but you don't have a belt.
Okay. No, I'm going to run down. Like this is how I deal with things. I'm going to like make it down to the street and try to find a clue or something.
Okay.
Like
As you
anything.
make it down to the street, roll luck for me.
Oh my God. 20.
20. Okay. What's your luck?
27.
27. Okay. As you burst through the front doors of the building, you emerge just in time to see those suited figures jump into what appears to you to be a black 2017 Honda Camry. License plate 2GAT123. And it speeds away, its tires squealing as it slips on black ice, the chill of the winter air seeping into your bones.
2GAT123.
Correct.
I'm going to run at it. I don't know. Just like, I'm going to be like, motherfucker. And just like,
roll me a dexterity.
I don't expect to catch them. Oh no. First bad roll of the night.
What is it?
89.
You slip on black ice and fall right on your back.
God damn it. I'm just going to like, just fucking like slam my hand against the ground and just be like, God fucking damn it. No. No. And then I'll start sobbing outside.
Passerbys are looking at you strange. And yeah, what would you like to do?
I guess I'll make my way back up with like my janky fucking butt in hand, I guess, because I just busted it.
Yeah.
Butt
Trixie.
in hand?
As I walk back up, I'm writing on my arm with like a pin or a Sharpie I had in my pocket, the license plate and the description of the car,
Gotcha.
just so I don't forget.
As Ronnie walks back to the elevator, what would you like to do, Trixie?
Okay. So I'm just sort of in shock. And staring at Jackson, and I've started to just like stroke his hair, like.
And as you stroke his hair, you realize that carved into his forehead is a symbol.
What does it look like?
Carved into his forehead is a symmetrical symbol with 2 large gouges that curve around almost a star-like pattern in the center. It is fresh and still weeping.
Gross. Do I recognize it?
No.
I'm just like, I feel like I'm just still in shock. Like I wouldn't really know. I wouldn't really be doing anything else. I think I might. I lay down next to him maybe, and sort of like hold him close to me, like I'm cuddling a
Trixie.
dead body.
Trixie, should you be disturbing the crime scene? Kyle, you see Kyle come up beside you.
I just sort of like look at him with dead eyes, and I don't say anything.
Trixie, here, take my hand. And he holds out his hand to you.
I don't take it. I just like clutch him a little tighter.
He just lets it drop and pulls out his phone, and you can see him dialing a number. And he holds his phone up to his ear. 911, there's been a murder. And he starts listing off your address. And Ronnie, you make it upstairs at this time, and you come into the room.
I'm like, Kyle, what the fuck? And I slap the phone out of his hand. Wait, who the fuck are you calling?
911, and he's just shaking his head.
Fuck, god damn it. Okay, and I see Trixie kind of like over there clutching Jackson. I want to go over and like the little pat on the back, or like softly place my hand on her back. I'm going to be like, Trixie, hey, bud. You okay?
I look at him with like my dead eyes turn into eyes of like, are you fucking kidding me? Did you literally just ask me if I'm okay?
Look. Okay. No, shit. Okay. You stay here. Okay. Just, take the time you need. And I want to get up and start rummaging through the apartment for any like
all right
fucking clues, anything that might be missing.
Yeah. As you
Ransacking.
Start looking through the penthouse, you roll me investigation.
65.
65. What's your investigation?
Good question. Is it investigation?
Yes.
I don't have an investigation thing. What have I been doing?
Oh, spot hidden?
Yes.
Oh, right. Okay. No, I fail. 25 versus.
I was thinking of D&D.
This is like the constant battle we're fighting.
We never learned the rules.
Yeah.
Yeah, Evan wasn't questioning your choice of what he should be testing. He was questioning the wording.
Yes.
Where am I? What game am I playing? Who am I?
Hey, do you guys want to add a third campaign in?
Only
if it's completely different from these first two.
Yeah. New rules, everything. Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that.
Perfect.
It'll be a completely new system.
Oh, perfect.
Have it a D6.
There we go.
Yeah. It just means it takes more time, and you search through the room.
Kind of frantically. This is like how I'm dealing with it, like just pure adrenaline. I assume there's some recklessness, and that's probably why it takes so long.
You can tell that somebody has already kind of started to search through the apartment, but it looks like they left off in a very great hurry. And you do find a few things. You find Jackson's phone sitting on the counter, plugged in, charging.
I'm taking it.
You find Jackson's suitcase and his jacket kind of placed neatly in the corner, but the suitcase has been upended and pieces of clothing have been strewn about the apartment. Searching through that in his jacket, you find a small matchbook from a place called the Stumbling Tiger Bar, and the matches are gone.
You said Stumbling Tiger?
Yep, the Stumbling Tiger Bar.
Okay.
And as you continue searching, there is the door pushes open. Police, is anyone in here? Hello?
Yeah.
I say nothing.
Come in, officer, and I'm going to like put Jackson's phone, put all this shit in my pocket, and that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm going to make my way out to the front, so it seems like, I'm not like rummaging like the rest.
As you stand up and come out, you see an officer in typical NYPD uniform, big coat on due to the winter weather. It's just started to snow outside. And he's a pretty regular looking man, a tight mustache on his face that he keeps very closely trimmed. And he's got a hand on his gun, but he's not like looking at you suspiciously. He's just, there's been a murder. He sees the body on the floor and he's looking at Trixie, but he's not doing anything to disturb the scene.
Officer, no need to be alarmed. We're the ones who called this in. This is our friend Jackson.
In a very small voice from the floor, I just say, he was more than a friend. And that's it.
I'm going to go and kind of like grab you by like the top, like the part of your arm. What is that? The bicep area?
Yeah.
I'm just going to like do like a comforting up and down rub on your biceps. I know how to speak like a human.
A comforting up and down rub on your biceps.
And be like, oh, and like, you know, gently try to pull you away. Be like, Trixie, we can't disturb the crime scene.
I'm not disturbing anything. He was my fiance.
You're getting all covered in blood. I know this is rough. I
don't care about blood.
I'm going to like pull her physically and like give her a hug.
I'm not leaving him, and I like try to resist your hug.
Roll opposing strength checks, I suppose.
Oh man. Ronie is probably going to be very emasculated in this moment.
Yeah, he is.
I got a 92.
I got a 12.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you just stay clutched to Jackson's stiffening body.
You have that strength like a mother whose child is under a car.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm like, I try, and I'm going to be like, and I'm just going to like, I'm going to like hug her and like just really, really tight and just like whisper like, it's okay. I'm here for you.
Nothing's okay.
Over the next few minutes, a few more officers show up and a paramedics team, and they check out the body. And over about the next hour, they take your statements. Are you guys lying to them? Anything like that? They do finally manage to extricate you from Jackson's body as they work on him.
As they start to pull me away, I come to a little bit. I have enough wherewithal to...
You're in shock, sweetie. Come on.
To take out my phone and be like... And I'm like, no, 1 second. I need one more picture of him. And I take a picture of him so that I have a record of what's carved on his forehead. And then I let them usher me away, but I do not take my eyes off of him.
They definitely treat you like a shock victim. They wrap you in one of those warm foil blankets. They lead you, I would presume, to your shared bedroom.
Yeah.
And Kyle's definitely... Or would you take kind of lead speaking to the officers? Or
Yeah, I will.
What do you tell them?
So I'm going to tell them the truth.
Yep.
Well, okay, here's
from a certain point of view.
Here's the shit I'm going to leave out is what I took from the apartment.
Yep.
And then why we are all meeting here. So
what do you tell them?
So
kind of?
I'm going to say like, yeah, we just got a call saying, you know, we're all, me and Trixie are an old journalist team with Kyle too. We got a call about a job, you know. And then we went out on the town.
Mr. Elias is Miss Carnahan's fiance. Got it. And he's writing in a notepad.
Yeah. So we were just out waiting for him to get back from the airport. And I guess he got here a little before us. And we, you know, I came in and I sensed something was wrong. To the DM. Is that there was like something up with the security cameras, right? They were like spray painted over.
Excuse me, I'm your keeper.
Oh, sorry, Mr. Keeper.
Thank you. But yeah, the security cams didn't seem to be working, and the guy at the front was missing.
Gone. Yeah. So I tell them all that, and that's why I shot the door and kicked it in.
Yes, we found the doorman's body in a closet not far away. The security footage has been deleted, and the server's destroyed.
Oh my God. And then, yeah, so I'll give him the description of like the people that I saw too.
He takes it all down.
Okay.
And he hands you his business card and it says Lieutenant Martin Poole on it.
Okay. I do not tell him that I saw the car and the license plate though.
Okay.
Got to keep that for your vigilante information.
Yeah. Yeah, because Ronie is pissed as fuck. Like, it's personal now.
This time, it's personal.
Yeah.
All right. But as the hours pass, they load Jackson into a body bag. They do treat him with respect and wheel him towards the elevator. There's a few of your neighbors peeking out from their doorways watching as this happens.
I yell at them. I'm like, get the fuck back in your rooms.
Holy shit.
I'm on edge. I'm like smoking like a cigarette every like 2 minutes.
I assume they what was that, Lieutenant Martin Poole?
Correct. Poole.
I assume that he gives me the information of like where I can get his body
correct.
later and everything for funeral purposes.
That is correct.
Okay.
While they're like loading him up and everything, I'm gonna go into the room with Trixie. You know, you said she was in her bedroom, right? And I'm just gonna like sit down right next to her and pop a cigarette out of my pack, as if to be offering it to you.
Without looking at you, I'm just gonna reach over and grab it and like hold it, like obviously waiting for you to light it for me.
And I'll light it.
And I'm just gonna solemnly puff smoke.
Okay.
Says the girl who's never smoked. I'm going to puff smoke.
I'm just gonna be like, we'll get these motherfuckers, don't you worry.
And
We're gonna get these fuckers.
at about 4 a.m, the officers leave. They've taken all the photos they can. And what would you like to do?
I imagine that like I've spent this time, you know, like if you were watching a movie, it's one of those scenes where the person's just like sitting there and they're not really moving, but everything's like sped up around them,
Yes.
you know? And so I'm like envisioning that I'm just sitting here on this bed while like all of these policemen are going around and they're like swabbing things and looking at things and all this, and I just don't really move.
It's very violating after such an intense experience. They're going through everything. And I believe in actual real life, you would probably be delicately kicked out of your apartment as it's now a crime scene, but we're also in a game and I just... Yeah.
I humbly offer that Trixie can stay with me at my place. Just kidding.
In a van,
In your van.
down by the river.
I pressure Kyle to house Trixie. Trixie.
What's Kyle's housing situation?
Well, he's
he actually
loaded,
makes
right?
quite a bit of money too.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
the
just
two of you-
curious.
You've been to Kyle's place a few times. He lives in a pretty swanky, not penthouse, but it's a nice apartment. It costs quite a bit between his inheritance from his mother,
Right.
kind of the settlement from Borderline News at her death, and what he's making working for your show. It's a pretty nice place, but it's also very much the house of a fuckboy.
Yes. That's what I was expecting.
So like,
Does he have like posters of like
Victoria's Secret models?
he's definitely used Philips Hue
cars.
lights and an Alexa to make it so no matter where he is, he can instantly set the mood for lovemaking.
Oh, nice.
So like at like a Alexa, time to get my game on, and the lights will kind of dim and go red, and some jazz music will start playing, and some of the pictures will be replaced with slide down mirrors.
The mirrors.
Yeah, so you can see yourself from every angle.
Gross, Kyle.
Yeah, I'm not staying there. No, so when you guys try to get me to go, I'm just going to like, I'm just not really responding a whole lot. I'm like, I look at you when you talk, but I don't really say anything. And I'm just going to lay down on the bed.
Covered in blood.
Yes, you are soaked through with Jackson's blood. It is starting to dry and your clothes are becoming kind of crunchy.
Yeah, I still just sort of lay down there. I'm not going to do anything about it.
What do you do, Ronnie?
Trixie, hey, no, let's not lay on the sheets. I assume they're like white as hell.
Oh yeah. I've already been sitting on this bed for a while though. I mean, the comforter's absolutely destroyed.
I'm gonna quick rummage through her
Just
clothes.
like Trixie's life.
Oh no. I'm going to try to find her some new clothes.
Yep. And as a reporter, she also has a go bag that has just a few changes of clothes, some stuff she'll need for reporting if she ever has to leave pretty quickly.
I mean, she's got like what, 2 outfits, right? That's
I would imagine you have more than that.
What? In my go bag?
Oh, just in your go.
no, just like 2 styles, right? Like, so I could effectively just like pick out a pantsuit.
Yeah. I got a lot of pantsuits. I mean, I also have athletic wear, all that sort of stuff. I mean,
so I'm going to get a pantsuit and kind of like hang it up in the bathroom. And then I'm going to like, Trixie, let's wash off real quick.
is it? It's like the middle of the night,
Covered
right?
in
Or
blood.
like early
It's
morning?
Very early morning.
Okay. I guess I'm going, I like recognize, okay, maybe I don't really want to get in bed with crunchy blood on me. So I'll sit up and go over to the shower and just like start pulling off my clothes, like very like robotically, and just sort of.
Kyle has left at this point and returned to his apartment. So it's just you and Ronnie.
Just going to like walk into the shower. I don't even care if Ronnie's standing there. I'm just like.
I'm not. I like close the door behind you.
Okay.
And like, I'm going to let you like do your business and like check in every like 2 minutes. Like, knock, knock. How's it going?
I'm not going to respond at all. You're just going to hear the running water. And I'm just standing in there, just like letting the water run over me.
This would be a very dramatic moment if this was a TV show. It would be all in slow motion. We'd see Trixie in close up as water just drips down your face, staring into the distance.
As the blood runs off my body and spirals into the shower drain.
Correct.
Oh. I guess after like 10 minutes, or how long are you going to be in the shower? If it's like a long time, I'll come in and like.
And yeah, Ronnie, while you're out there, I imagine you probably have Trixie's phone at this point as well. And it starts ringing in your hand, and it keeps ringing. You see multiple names pop up. You see Declan, you see Jonah, you see Carlton, and a few other names. Are your parents still alive?
Yes.
They wouldn't know yet.
Fuck is Carlton?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Does he live in Bel Air?
So you
sure
don't know
does.
that name, Ronnie, but Trixie would.
Okay. I'm just gonna silence it, I guess.
Okay.
I'm in the shower for at least half an hour.
Okay, while she's in there for probably like the first like 15 minutes, I want to like sift through Jackson's phone.
Yeah, you go to open his phone and it is locked. It's got a password.
Would I know the password?
Presumably.
Okay, fuck. Okay, so I'll just pocket it again, and I'm going to open after those 15 minutes and be like, that's probably enough, Trixie.
And
You
all.
want to come out? Let's get. We should really leave. I don't think this is healthy right? This is not healthy for you to be here. It's not healthy for me to be here. And
I'm gonna just say like, it's never gonna get all off of me.
oh my God.
That's dark.
That's sure. That's fine. Here, and I'm gonna like cover my eyes and like clumsily make my way through.
Would that even really occur to Ronnie, being kind of
Asexual?
Yeah.
Well, he's like trying to be like respectful.
Yeah.
Right. Like he understands it, but like
Trixie seems to be in such a crisis. I'm not sure she's really capable of even. Would you say Trixie's even really capable of caring about that right now?
I mean, no, she started like taking her clothes off before Ronnie even got out of the bathroom and like closed the door.
I just don't think Ronnie would have the social skills to understand that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
The context of the situation.
Still trying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is actually kind of sweet.
Yeah. And I'm just going to like turn off the water, like I assume it's like a stand up and I can like kind of just like slide the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine it's just kind of a very big rainfall shower.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
No actual like glass or anything right there. It's just, it's so big that any splashing water is still in the shower.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, so I go turn it off, trying to avoid like looking at anything, and hand you a towel and be like,
and you do know as you pass it over, it is a very fluffy towel.
Yeah. I'm like, whoa, is this what luxury is? Just kidding. I'm like, Trixie, let me take care of you, please. Let's get out of here.
I'm
Let's
not
get
leaving.
dressed.
I take the towel from you and I start to I wrap it around myself and start to dry off a bit. I can't go.
Trixie, we gotta get this shit moving. We gotta figure this out. I know
Jackson is dead.
I know, and those guys are still in town. I fucking got their license plate. We can fucking.
He was lying out in the living room on the floor mere hours ago. Just give me 2 fucking seconds, and I'm going to throw the towel on the ground and get back in the shower.
Oh no. How long has it actually been?
I mean, I was in the shower, I would say, for about half an hour before you came to get me. So,
Yeah.
and I'm just going to turn it back on and just stand there.
Okay. Fuck. Okay, so I'm going to get out of the shower, and then I'm going to open up Trixie's phone and call.
Is my phone unlocked?
Is your phone unlocked?
Probably not. I would probably lock it. I mean, I do a lot of,
Sensitive reporting, yeah.
yeah. I don't know that
Yeah.
you can open it.
Fuck. Okay.
You can always ask
Sorry.
Hey, Trixie, what's your I want to look at that picture you took with your phone. For
Ronie.
investigation, can you tell me what your key is?
I know what you're fucking doing. The passcode is my anniversary with Jackson.
Okay.
Do you know the
which one?
anniversary?
The one where we started dating. I
Which
told you all
time?
about it. Yeah, right. The time that mattered. I'm just kidding.
Oh my god. Can you? Oh, okay, never mind. And I assume I make the assumption that she would have
Wait.
written it down in a calendar somewhere in the apartment.
What year is it? Again?
It is 2025.
2025.
It has been 4 years since 2021 in Peru.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the first time we started dating. I just want to get the year right. Okay. And then
just to note, it is January 2025. That is actually very important. In fact, I can probably tell you the exact day.
let's see.
Let me see. 1 second. Let me find my
Oh yeah,
timeline.
wasn't it like it's like the 16th or 15th or something? Because that was when we were meeting with him, right?
It is. It is the 15th of January, 2025.
Cool.
That's the date today.
Well, it's actually the 16th at this point.
As you're like turning to go like look for it, I'm like, Ronie, you should really know this by now. We are like friends, but the passcode is 080121.
Okay, so I plug it in, and I guess I'm gonna call this Carlton fella
Yep.
as I let Trixie work through the stuff and feel really weird about being at this crime scene. I just really want to get this ball rolling because I don't know how to deal with my emotions.
While he's doing this, I'm
Yes.
going to be in the shower for about another 20 minutes, get out of my own accord, dry off, pull on some just like lounging clothes, and go to one of the guest rooms
Okay.
and get in bed.
Okay. You do that. What are your thoughts kind of while you're taking the shower? Or do you even have any? Is it just kind of an empty-headed, like you're in such shock, or are you like thinking?
I'm really just
That sounds bad.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, I'm really just replaying that same 15, 30 seconds,
Yep.
of from when we opened the door to when he took his last breath.
And mouthed,
yeah.
I love you.
Yes. With the blood gurgling up. Yeah. And I just
Trixie's like, olive juice? Is that a clue?
oh no.
It was the mafia. All
Yeah.
right. So,
And so just on replay, just sort of.
and Ronie, you dial this Carlton and it rings once and then picks up. Trixie, are you all right? This is
Hey, this is not Trixie. Trixie's fine.
who is this? How did you get this phone?
Trixie's with me. She's
Who is this?
my name is and I take a second, and my impulse is to do like a fake name, but trying to reform a little bit. My name is Ronie.
Ronie McMurray?
Yeah, who are you? Who?
Yeah. I'm Carlton Ramsey. I never thought we'd be speaking this way. I'm Jackson's executor. I just got word about what happened.
Oh. Okay.
Is Trixie all right? I can come over immediately if you need. I've already been talking to Jonah, and you do know Jonah Kensington is Jackson's publisher at Prospero Press.
Okay.
You've met a few times just in passing at some dinner parties that you had with Jackson in like the 2-year period before Peru.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, no, I don't know if Trixie needs more people around her right now.
No, yeah, I completely understand.
She kind of is like kind of being a dick to me right now. But
Oh my God. I literally had my fiance die in my arms from from being murdered like 4 hours ago or something. I mean, like it's, but yeah, I guess I'm being a dick or whatever.
oh my God, I'm sorry.
No, Ronnie would totally say
he
that
would
though.
say that. I just like wondered if were you close with her? How well did you like?
We've spoken a few times, but
Okay, that's not good enough.
I was mostly Jackson's lawyer. He came a few days ago to speak with me and update his will, and this just seems very.
He updated his will recently.
Yes,
and I'm gonna like walk
as soon as he came back to New York.
I'm gonna like walk into a room further away from Trixie.
Yeah,
and like be like, what exactly did he change in his will?
He just made sure it was up to date. That, yeah, I mean it's crass, but I mean he updated just kind of who would need to receive things in the event of his unfortunate demise.
Who's gonna receive these things?
You are one of the names listed.
Okay, that makes me look really bad. Well, who else is on there?
Did I give Kyle's last name?
Well,
Good question.
so
I should have this info, but I don't.
okay, so we established that Kyle is the son.
Yeah, but he doesn't have her last name.
But he doesn't have her last name. So let me just check. Okay. Okay. His fake ID was Lyle Ritter. Nope. I think I would have. Oh, Kyle Whitley.
Oh, he does have her last name.
Oh, was that her last name?
Yeah, Louise Whitley.
Okay.
All right. How about it?
So a Kyle Whitley. He works with Trixie and Trixie. Yeah. Trixie's the main beneficiary, but there.
Is there anyone else on that list?
He left some things to like the Boys and Girls Club of America, and just a few other charities that he supported.
Okay. Who was and me, Kyle, and Trixie were not on the will before this?
No, you were. He just updated what you would receive.
Okay. Can you tell me what it is that we're supposed to receive?
I would really feel better if you came down to my offices and I told you. It's in the will. He told me that if anything was to happen to him, to have you and Trixie and Kyle come to see me at the earliest available opportunity.
Okay, give me like an hour and a half.
All right. Yeah, I can be in the office then. And he lists off an address for you.
Okay, sweet. I note it down, whatever. And then I'm like, all right, thanks, sir. And I just hang up.
So awkward.
I'm like, fuck yeah. Okay, this is the lead. This has got to mean something. So I'm going to go to Trixie and walk into the bathroom and see she's not there. And that kind of brings me like a little bit.
Did you turn the shower off?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just running. Oh my gosh. And I'm like, ooh, okay, this is good. She's part of in the process of healing. This is good.
It's so fresh.
She's through like 3 stages of grief already. She'll be fine.
God.
I'll find her and, look through. I assume I find her pretty quick in the other room. I'm like, Trixie, I've got a lead. Come on, let's go. You got this. Here, have another cigarette. Get that blood pumping.
I take it.
Yeah. Okay, and I'm gonna like sit you up and like, I'm like try to like arrange you so that you're like gonna get out of bed.
So as I mentioned, I'm wearing like lounging clothes. So I'm definitely in like, running, like long running yoga type tights.
Yep.
And on the top, I'm wearing, a sweater like that has a cat on it.
Would you be wearing like one of Jackson's?
It's mine,
It's
but I'm gonna pull on some like Uggs or something. Like I am not putting on like anything beyond like pajama wear.
Okay.
And I'm gonna, I assume Ronnie is like ushering me out, and as we're walking out, I see Jackson's coat sitting over on the suitcase, and I'm gonna go over and put that on.
Yep.
And just like, all right, where are we going?
We're gonna go to the will reading.
Will reading? What are you talking?
I think Jackson changed his will right before he died.
And you do know that Ramsey is his executor. I don't know if you have maintained a different lawyer for such matters, but he would be familiar to you.
Yeah.
It's something you two have discussed before.
Wait, did you talk to Carlton?
Yeah.
Okay.
He called.
Oh. He didn't want to talk to me?
I thought it. I mean, we'll talk to him when we get there.
Okay, okay.
You were in the shower.
Yeah.
And
okay.
Sort of catatonic. It's okay. Hey, no, this is a lead. This is good. All right. Like, we're going to fucking figure this shit out, man. We're going to fucking figure it out. Okay. Okay.
I mean, it's not going to bring Jackson back, but sure, let's go to the will reading. And I'm going to push past you out the door.
Okay.
And as you push out the door,
I'm going to call Kyle too. Yeah.
Yeah. One of the penthouse doors next to you opens, and you see that it is Mrs. Wilde. She's an older lady that you have spoken to before. Trixie, dear, I heard the news. Is everything all right?
I just like shake my head.
We're here if you ever need anything. We're baking you a pie.
Thank you.
Well, we're not baking you a pie. I mean, we don't cook, but our maid is. Well, we're having our maid bake you a pie when she comes in tomorrow morning. But yeah.
and I'm just going to feel like trying really hard. Like, I'm not trying at all with Ronnie to not be a dick, but like, I assume I have a pretty good relationship with this old lady. So
it's up to you.
Okay.
We're not talking like old kindly lady. You do live in a penthouse where only rich people live.
Yeah, rich people can be real assholes sometimes.
Eat the rich.
Okay. I'm just like, thank you. Do I know? I imagine I would know the maid's name.
Yeah, her name is like Lola Reeb.
Thank you, Mrs. Wilde. I'll make sure to thank Lola. And
her face kind of scrunches up at you like, how dare you?
And I'm just going to keep walking down the hall to the elevator.
Yep. It's not really a hall. So what you need to imagine is your penthouse takes up like one corner of the building, and then there's three others that do the same.
So is it like just a big room then?
Yes.
Okay. Well, okay. I'm going to walk across.
With like a central elevator.
Gotcha. All right. Yeah. So I'm just going to say that and then turn and walk to the elevator.
Yep. And you're calling Kyle?
I like bump Trixie. I'm like, your neighbors are whack.
And I'm just going to look at him like,
see, this is why you should live in a van.
That's why the van is great. You pick your neighbors. Okay. Yeah. I call Kyle.
He answers pretty quickly. Yeah. Hello.
Hey man.
Hello. Yeah. Ronnie, is that you? Ronnie? I don't recognize the number.
Yeah, it's me. It's Ronnie. Yo, man, we got come to this address right away.
Yeah, you reel off the address Carlton gave you. Yeah, I can do that.
Sweet. Yeah, we're getting on this investigation right away. So yeah, this is the first step.
Yeah, I'll be there in a minute. I'll just call an Uber.
Bring your recording equipment, firearms, whatever. Who knows what the fuck is going to happen?
Yeah. I'll grab my stuff. Don't worry.
Okay, sweet. All right, see you there.
He hangs up, and are you taking your car? Trixie, I imagine that because you're just rich enough, you can own a car in New York with the parking spot you have from this penthouse, or you can...
you get in my van? I want to lead you to my van.
Stuff.
And I'm just going to stop at the van and be like, dude, I'm not that out of it. We're taking my car.
What's your car?
Well, despite popular belief, it is not a Honda Camry. It's probably a... Give me 1 second.
Also, speaking of which, what's your credit rating?
Well,
Because we're going to update that if it's not right.
I thought you were like, in the story, what is Trixie's credit rating? How much can she borrow?
No, the credit rating is
Well,
an actual mechanic.
I mean, okay, credit rating. Because I know that you
completely
told me last time or
your
the time before.
situation has completely changed.
Yeah, I have
so.
like $6 million in the bank.
Yeah.
And that's without Jackson's money. Where is
Mine
credit?
is 10.
Oh, there it is. My credit rating is 55.
All right, Trixie, upgrade your credit rating to 80. At this point, though, every percentage higher grows exponentially in terms of wealth. So, like, you're comfortable and, like, you'd be set in any other town in America for the rest of your life. But 81% is higher. 90% is, like, you're definitely entering the 1% at that point. And, like, 99% would be someone like Jeff Bezos. And 100% would be just all the money.
All the money in the whole world.
Which I guess would be like Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, like, basically.
But yeah, you're definitely a multimillionaire, but the difference between million and billion is substantial.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all right. I don't need to be a billionaire. It's just a bit much, isn't
We've
it?
got a new villain. Just kidding.
It's Trixie.
Like the cosmic horrors are bad, but my God, have you seen those capitalistic bastards and those robber barons?
Yeah. Okay. So I think I just like want to have the most expensive Tesla.
Okay. In 2025, we will say that is the Tesla Pen 15.
Okay.
Oh my God.
I'm going to stop in front of that van and I'm just like, I'm sorry. I'm not that catatonic. We're taking my car and I'm going to lead him over. Is there like a parking garage or something?
Yeah, I would imagine you're in the parking garage.
Okay. Yeah. So, we're going to head over near the car.
What color is your car?
It's like a pearl color, you know?
Which is kind of a custom paint scheme. So that says a lot about Trixie. Ronnie, you kind of just look at it and
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan.
yeah.
But despite the fact, I'd be like, maybe I should drive.
It's self-driving.
Oh, fuck yeah. I feel like,
It is 2025 after all. That feature has been unlocked.
Achievement unlocked
nice.
for the world.
I feel like Ronnie, I'm going to look at him like, how does he not know this? Like, Ronnie, this is the latest model.
Okay.
It's self-driving.
And like, you see like a fear in Ronnie's eyes.
I imagine you did a few podcast episodes on
Yeah.
that.
And he's like painfully just like pushes out the words. He's like, great.
All right.
Let's get in that car.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I'll meet you there. No, I should. Fuck. Okay, no, I'll stay with you. It's cool. I'll get in the. Yep, here I go. And I'm like very
All
like.
right. You can just crawl in. You can go ahead and get in the passenger side. I'm still gonna sit in the driver's seat.
Okay, sure. Sounds
I
great.
don't really trust you with all the everything. Like, I know that I'm the one that just experienced a great trauma, but like, it's fine, Ronnie.
Yeah, I hope.
I'm just being a real bitch.
Okay,
And I'm going to climb in.
Okay, I'm here to support you. We're good. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I'm just kidding. He like bumps himself up. This may be too much. And he just gets in.
Okay.
Anyways, okay. Yeah. And then I'm just going to, I mean, I've been to Carlton Ramsey's place before for things. I think,
Yeah, you know where his offices are. He maintains a small set of offices in a nearby building in Harlem.
And I would say that right around, like, soon after we had gotten engaged was when I went ahead and transferred, like, he's my lawyer now too. Okay. So I was like, well, it makes sense. We'll put it all together. Jackson trusts him. So I just like plug in press the pre-saved address in the car.
And as you do that, your phone connects with the Tesla and you see how many messages you have from just everyone you know.
Scanning over it, do any of them look like not just like a friend or family member, like reaching out? Like, do any of them look more important than others?
None that immediately stand out. I mean, obviously both Jonah Kensington and Declan have reached out. Other than Declan and Jonah, no, there's no one that really stands out. Just the people you'd expect, those you work with. You suspect Declan probably learned due to the fact that there's always an intern or two listening to the police scanners, and they heard Elias's name, and that popped up some red flags in the system.
Okay. I'm just gonna like shake my head a little and just like not turn off my phone, but make the screen go dark so I don't have to look at all of those messages. And I'm just gonna lay back and close my eyes and let the car do its thing.
Yeah, the car drives through the city, and before you know it, are you listening to any music?
No.
In dead silence.
As it's driving, I'm going to be like, hey, you asleep? What's up?
No.
How you feeling?
I'm not asleep. Just relaxing. I say without opening my eyes.
Okay. Do you want to talk about anything?
Not really. Not right now, Ronnie. I really don't. Why don't we just sit here in silence?
I'm going to miss him too.
I open my eyes and look at him.
It's okay. Shit. Okay. Sorry. This is how I deal with things. I don't really want to slow down, but I'm sorry if maybe that's what you needed. Okay. Maybe I'll just shut the fuck up now. All right. Keep in there, bud. And I'll give you a little bump on the shoulder.
As he's like fumbling over his words, I'm gonna reach my hand over and like hold his hand.
Oh.
And be like,
that's really sweet.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know I haven't been the easiest to deal with in the past few hours. It's a lot to take in, but I know you were his friend too. I should have thought of that. Let's just I just need a little bit more time. Let's just go see Carlton and then go from there. Okay?
In this like moment where like I can't be busy doing something because literally the car is driving itself.
Yes.
I think like what happened like a week ago and then like today, it's like Ronnie's finally gonna like, and this like touching moment where Trixie reaches out, Ronnie's gonna just like shed a single tear.
Oh,
how sweet.
And he's gonna like,
oh right, you murdered your wife. I forgot about that.
I sure did.
Oh shit, I forgot about that too.
There's a lot of emotions going on in Ronnie's life.
Oh boy. Now I almost feel kind of bad about being such a bitch to you, but at the same time, not like I knew. Well, not like Trixie knew. And Anna forgot. So
you mean so much to us, Jackson.
Oops.
I just called you Jackson.
I don't think I told Trixie that though. Don't metagame. I didn't tell you.
No, I know you didn't, okay. Which is why I'm saying now.
Well, this is even better that Anna forgot.
I know. I'm saying in a meta capacity, I feel kind of bad, but I don't regret how I played Trixie.
Yeah, no. And I don't know if you see it, but he's just gonna like quick, as soon as it like happens, he's going to be like, oh no, vulnerability, and like pull his hand away and start like smoking in your car.
Yeah. And you notice the smoke immediately gets swept away into the vent system as the Tesla recognizes it and keeps the car pristine. Just.
Oh man, I want this car.
And before you know it, you arrive at 124th Street and Lenox Avenue, where Carlton's office is. The car pulls up to the curb and both doors open.
Okay.
All right. Just follow me. I know the way.
Okay.
And I'm just going to, when we get out, I assume the car just sort of closes itself up.
And it drives away.
Oh.
So you don't have to pay for parking.
That is amazing.
It just kind of circles the block.
Yes.
It's a real feature.
Dope. And I don't even feel really bad about it because it's an electric car.
Yeah.
Choice. I imagine Ronnie probably looks a little like...
I'm haunted by your car and I absolutely fucking hate it.
And I see that and sort of like smile like...
Good old Ronnie.
Don't worry, it'll come back. I just don't really like paying for parking. It's kind of expensive around here.
Okay.
Come on, this way.
Okay. And I'm just like biting my tongue, like you can see the just the in my eyes, just like how offset I am by it. But like I'm not saying anything. Playing it cool. All right. Yeah, let's go.
All right. So heading in, the door is unlocked and you're able to make it up to Carlton's office. Entering, you see that his secretary, Willis Sly, is already there. And she looks at the two of you. She definitely recognizes you, Trixie. You've met her a few times, but she just kind of gives you a polite nod. He's in there, Mrs. Carnahan.
Oh. Thank you. So we can just go right in?
Yes, he's expecting you.
I'm going to stop and be like, I'll take my coffee really strong, please. I say to this person as I walk into the room.
Of course. And she, is there anything I can get for you? I'm so sorry.
No.
He was such a kind soul.
He was. Thank you. No, I'm good. I don't need anything.
She gives you kind of a sad smile, and you walk through the door and you see Carlton Ramsey.
He's based out of West Philadelphia.
Born and raised.
Just kidding. No, Carlton was in Bel Air.
Yeah.
Carlton is a small, wiry African-American man filled with nervous energy. Sitting at his desk, you can see he's playing with a fidget spinner that looks like it's made of some kind of metal, kind of glinting. Years out of date at this point, but he just never gave it up. And he's wearing an expensive bespoke suit that looks a little patchy, but he's obviously tried his best to keep it up. And as he looks up and sees you two enter, he stands pocketing the fidget spinner. And Trixie, it's so good to see you. How are you doing?
Hi, Carlton. I've been better, but yeah.
She's a real strong one here, and I'll
And you're Ronnie?
tap on the back. Yeah.
It's unfortunate we had to meet this way, but it's good to meet you.
Sure. You too.
He holds out his hand to shake yours, Carlton Ramsey.
And I wipe my hand on my own shirt first and then stick it out.
Just, he doesn't even flinch. He takes your hand, shakes it, and gestures to the seats in front of his desk. Please sit.
Okay. I sit.
Same.
After seeing him just yesterday, I never expected this would happen so soon.
You saw him yesterday?
Well, it feels like it was today, but it's just as soon as he got in from the airport, he came right in.
He landed and came to see you right away?
Yeah. It was a little weird.
How was he? What was his...
He looked scared.
Well, fuck yeah, he was. Jesus.
What happened? I just know he died, but...
I don't think it's helpful to go into the details right now.
I don't say anything. I just take out my phone and I pull up my photo gallery where I'd taken the picture. And it's not, it's probably like torso and up because I was mainly focused on but obviously you'd be able to see the slit throat, and I just hold it out to him.
Roll me a sanity check for Carlton, please.
I was guessing this is what was going to be the consequence of you showing this picture.
79.
Oh no.
Okay, he takes 2 points of sanity damage and just and he takes his wastebasket and just, and he throws up into it. Please, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, man, it's fucked up.
He was murdered?
That's what it looked like. When we got into the room, there were 3 men. 3 men descending on like ropes or whatever from the balcony. They were dressed all in black. We couldn't see their faces. I don't know who they were or why they wanted to kill my Jackson.
I'm so sorry, Trixie.
Thank you.
I think the most beneficial thing you could do for us right now is tell me what you guys talked about. And
Trixie, I just want to say his first thought when we spoke was of you.
What did he say?
He made sure that whatever happened to him, you would know that his first thought was always of you. You're his he gave you full power of attorney over everything. He doesn't have any other family. And you do know that he was an orphan who grew up in the system, moving from foster home to foster home before getting some grants and going to college for journalism. And he's made his way from there, being very successful in life, all on his own, in a stubbornness against whatever family he might have once had.
That sounds like him. Always planning ahead, always making sure I'm taken care of. I start to cry a little bit. Mm-hmm. You said he seemed scared. I mean, did he say anything? Did he know people were after him?
He didn't tell me too much. I suspect he didn't want to bring me into whatever he was researching, but it was something big. And he also spoke to Jonah before coming here.
Okay.
He had, let me read the will. And it's at this point that there's a knock at the door, and Willa pokes her head in. Mr. Ramsey, there is a Mr. Whitley here to see you.
Oh, it's Kyle. I don't know Kyle's last name. I'm like, I have my hand on my gun, all on edge.
Yeah. And I look at you it's just Kyle.
Oh. Whitley, right.
Yes, please show him in. And she opens the door and Kyle comes in. Hey, Trixie, how are you doing?
Not great, Kyle. Not great, but thank you for coming here so quickly.
Yeah, anything for you. And he sits down.
Okay, Carlton, let's get this over with.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. And because, I don't actually know what a will sounds like.
Yeah.
What the hell, dude?
Well, that's good. You've never had to sit through a will reading.
Yeah. He starts reading out the document, and of course, Jackson's given you full power of attorney over him and his possessions, but he has left a few things for you, Ronnie, and a few things for Kyle, some money to be distributed to the Boys and Girls Club and a few other charities. And the main portion of the will is a request to the three of you to continue his investigation into the Carlisle expedition. And Trixie, you do recognize, you've heard that name come up a few times when you were with Jackson, when you visited him in Egypt and Hong Kong and in London. You never paid too much mind. He was always a pretty good investigator on his own, and he never asked for any help there. But you did know it was something he was working on. Both of you go ahead and roll me history checks.
No way, man. That's 98.
Oh, no. I fail.
Carlton sits there. Neither of you know what the Carlisle expedition is?
No, I mean, I've heard Jackson mention it a few times, but...
I know. I remember reading about it in the newspaper a few years back, but he left this paper for me to give to you. Carlisle hands you a slip, not a slip. He hands you a piece of paper, and Trixie, you recognize Jackson's handwriting on it, and it just kind of details some information about the Carlisle expedition. It was an expedition funded by one Roger Carlyle, a billionaire playboy that traveled a few places across the globe before its members were killed in Africa.
He was killed in Africa?
The entire expedition.
Oh.
All hands lost. And it's at that point you guys do kind of vaguely remember this. There was some talk about Al-Shabaab, the terrorist organization, killing some wealthy Americans and Britons in Kenya. And it was all over the news.
So it's presumed that what you said, this terrorist group, did you say terrorist group?
Yep. Al-Shabaab is a real life terrorist group.
Okay. They're the ones presumed to...
Yes, to have murdered the entire expedition.
Got it.
Carlton continues. Jackson said that he left more information with Jonah if anything were to happen with him.
Okay. And it sounds like he spoke with Jonah before even coming and talking to you. So we'll definitely need to speak with him. Seeing this, having this paper that Carlton is sharing and having heard all of this, the will reading was sort of I don't know, it somehow made all of it very real and has sort of sparked a something in me where like I'm obviously still sad, but I'm not despondent. Like I'm like, okay, I need to take care of these things. This is something that Jackson wanted. Like reading in his will that he wanted this to be done is like, okay, then I have to do it. And I sort of like look down and realize what I'm wearing. I'm like, oh, I apologize for my attire.
No, Trixie, there's no need to apologize. We're friends here.
The cat sweater's kind of sad.
I like it.
Would you believe me if I told you that he actually had a little bit of a laugh with me about that?
My cat sweater?
Yeah.
Did he like it?
He found it very cute.
I like sort of pet the cat on my sweater a little bit, like, oh, well, then maybe I don't apologize for my attire. And I sit up a little straighter. I like blush a little. Yeah, okay. Is there anything else?
Jackson, still a playboy from beyond the grave.
Right. Still making girls blush. What did he want to give to Kyle and Ronie?
Just a few mementos and stuff of your time together. To Kyle, he just hands both of you sealed envelopes. He wrote some letters for the three of you.
So there's one for me too.
Yeah.
I'm just going to take it and like put it in my pocket.
Okay.
And like, I'm not going to read it right now.
Yeah, same. I may never read it.
Kyle looks at the two of you and does the same, just so he's not breaking with the norms. He's been very quiet this whole time. He's been very subdued.
Does it look like he wants to open it right now? But he's like, oh, I guess.
He's just following your cue. He has actually had to go through something like this before.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Did he have anything with him other than like a suitcase or that you know about?
No, not at the time.
Did he seem like healthy or like?
He was pale and nervous and definitely scared, but I mean, he was still Jackson still.
He wasn't saying anything crazy or?
Not to me.
Right. Well, let's go talk to this.
Other than being afraid that, obviously it wasn't an unwarranted fear.
Okay. I think we need to go talk to Jonah. I think he might know more.
Yeah.
Carlton, if you wouldn't mind taking care of, shifting the accounts to my name,
of course.
All of that. I just can't think about any of that right now. And whatever else.
Do you need me to take care of the funeral arrangements?
That would be great.
Right. I'll be sure to have Willa pass on all the details and everything.
Okay. Yeah. Luckily, because I don't think an open casket would be a great choice at this junction. Anyways,
do you know if he would have spoken with you? Do you know if he wanted cremation or anything like that? He wasn't particularly religious.
Yeah, he wanted to be cremated, and
this is the keeper speaking, by the way.
Yeah, I would know, and he wanted to be cremated.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know if he asked any specifications for his ashes to be scattered or put somewhere or anything like that?
I think I was just thinking of that. Where was the first time he said "I love you" to me?
Peru, definitely.
Oh man, gotta go back to Peru. Yeah.
I've been back to Peru recently. Just kidding.
That's true. Yeah, I think he wanted but the keeper would know this more than me. What would be like Jackson's favorite place on Earth? Or somewhere that has a lot of significance to him.
That's a good question, and one I'm not sure I know the answer to. What's Trixie's favorite place?
That's also tricky. Let's see.
Ronie's favorite place is his cave. Just kidding.
Is it anymore?
No.
Oh, God.
That's long gone.
Perhaps somewhere in where's a place Jackson would have needed to go? We would have met up while he was on business and stuff.
You definitely met up in London, and that's where that's where he proposed.
He never said it specifically. He had said that he wanted to be cremated, but that night that he proposed in London,
Yep.
you know, I imagine that evening and everything. And he was just like, as we were embracing and cuddling and whatever, he just said, "This is the happiest I've ever been.
Yeah.
I wish we could always be here." And I think what he meant at the time was we could always be in this like happy place, whatever, like state of being, not necessarily geographical location, but it's the first place that comes to mind when I think about where he should go. And so I just say he wanted to be cremated. So the memorial, you know, can happen when it needs to happen. Clearly we've got other things going on. It doesn't need to happen right away. But then I think his ashes need to be spread in London.
Carlton stands. Is there anything else that I can help you with, or?
Not right now. Here, didn't you get a business card for the lieutenant, Ronnie?
You did.
Yeah.
For Lieutenant Martin Poole.
What does it matter?
Can you just give the information to Carlton, so that he can reach out about, you know, the body and everything? Like, I can't do this right now.
Sure. And I'll like write it down on something. I want to keep the business card though.
Carlton takes it and places it on his desk.
Okay. Thank you. We'll be in touch.
Of course. Anything you need, just let me know.
Thank you. I'm going to give him a hug.
He hugs you back.
All right. Kyle, do you want to come with us to go talk to Jonah?
Yeah.
All right. We can all go in my car. It'll be pulling around here in another minute or so. And then I want to walk down to the street and wait for the car.
Yep. It promptly arrives. The door's opening up for you. And that's where we're going to end the episode for tonight. Thanks for listening to this, episode 12 of We Never Learned the Rules. In this, our Masks of Nyarlathotep campaign. We thank you for listening, and if you liked it, please don't be afraid to give us a rating and a review. That always helps us out. Join us next time for the next episode of our D&D campaign, and we'll see you next time.